Bonjour, buongiorno, buenos dias, guten Tag, gute Dag and good day. It's Gerwin here from Rock and Dirt. I'm here at the trailhead of Double B, and today we're gonna not just ride the trail, but we're gonna stop at some of the features, checking it out, checking the lines, and yeah, hopefully gives you a bit more insight of what the trail looks like in case you haven't done it yet. I'm planning to do so. Double B is a great trail. It has quite some good tech, not too long, it's maybe 700-800 meters, but it runs really well in wet conditions. We had substantial rain over the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, very unusual for Sydney in the December and January months, that are the warmest months. Normally we got mid-30 degree temperatures, but as I said, we had some good rain. Almost daily, which means that some of the trails are not as rideable. Double B seems to be an exception, running well, not too many puddles. Obviously there is some dirt, so it becomes a bit slippery, but apart from that, most is rock and can be done in wet conditions. Alright guys, let's get into it. Trailhead. Let me check my suspension. Yeah, absolutely needed here. All right. All right. Falling. Easy. No troubles there. All right. We're turning right here in the Enduro line. You can see it's wet, but it's not, no puddles, it's really good. Alright, there's a feature coming up shortly, and that's probably one of the more technical ones on this line. This one absolutely needs a hug. So there are 2 options. You can go to the left side, but yeah, this is the kind of A line option. When you drop off, you hug your front wheel. So it's the same feature, but then seen from the bottom up, and you can see it's a decent gap opening here. I think if you have enough speed, you can make it into a proper drop, but I always hug it. I don't have that much speed when I roll in here, but obviously enough to nicely come down here. All right, let's do it. Alright, so there are 2 drops on the Enduro line from Double B. There's a big one, with a gap just a little bit back on the trail, but otherwise if you bypass that one, you go this one. Nothing too big, it's probably a meter, yeah, 3 to 4 feet. Little gap, but it's really fairly easy. The running is pretty good. Few cranks in, just hit it here where the sticks are, in between, and shoot through it. A view from the side. Obviously drops often look a bit more intimidating from a bottom-up view, but it is a fairly small one. Yeah, it's a standard kind of drop that you find here in Garigal. The next feature is a bit of a tricky one. It's a short one, fairly small, but a little bit techy. Alright, so you continue here in the trail. Two options. You can go around the feature here, but we are going straight and we're rolling down here. When I did this feature for the first time, too much focus on the tree roots there, which is, yeah, you don't want to hit those, you don't want to roll over those, especially when they're wet, your front wheel can easily slide. So what I'm doing now is I'm aiming a little bit to the left. Alright, so along the trail there are 4 or 5 jumps, so it makes it a free ride trail. However, none of them are maintained and they're all in a very questionable state. They're all a bit like the ones here in front of me, all made of rock, dirt or sand. And definitely the one with sand are a problem. The sand has washed away, exposing the rocks. This one, the kicker at least, doesn't look too bad, but the lander, yeah, it's rock and it's not even smooth. It's a rim beater, so it needs a good pack of dirt to smoothen it out before I would attempt anything like this. So here's another jump. It's probably the longest. Yeah, it's a real long one. I guess at least a good 5 meters. The lander looked actually in a decent state, but it's quite narrow for the length of the jump. Let's have a closer look. Here the kicker. Yeah, the kicker looks alright. Wow, there's a distance. Look at this. But what I'm thinking of is maybe to use this as a miniature jump. Use a little kicker and to land on it. Alright, so I just want to show you the biggest feature on the Enduro line, which is this drop. In my running I went around it, but this is a decent drop. Look at this, a big gap. But if you look at the lander, it has seen better times. It is filled up with sand by the looks of it, and it's all washing away, it's all eroded, so it's sketch ass. And if it wasn't for the carpet, I think it would be even worse condition. So yeah, a big drop. And it's not just the lander that is sketch, even the running is not that smooth, as you can tell here. You come from there, kick, through this. Yeah, it's a good one.